How are you, Jaden? You okay? Yeah, they've cut the link. Oh God, I feel sick, man. I think I'm dehydrated, man.
M-Stacks just messaged me.
What is it?
TYO, end that show. I can't bloody end. You can't end it. That's the problem.
Yeah, the link's not working. The Hangout one.
Yeah, they've switched it off.
Yeah, they've switched it off.
1 minute. 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 Where is it now? Let me see.
Abu Jimmy and.
No, 1 minute. Let me add you. Let me add you to that. I've just added you now. Yeah, you're on now. Now go. Whoever kicked me off. Is this on live?
Let's have a look. Yeah, Ulk Ards has left the conversation, so why are they still talking?
Because they're just there, aren't they? They're just making use of it. Tell AC to jump on here, man.
I see. Yeah, I'll tell him now.
Is the commander left?
Yeah, he's coming back though. He's just bringing AC.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it won't let me on.
It won't let you on. I think you've been kicked. That's why.
No, like I can't see the top. When they're on talking. Well, fuck it, man. Who cares, man?
I'll go.
Huh?
Go. It lets me on because I was on earlier.
No, I was gonna troll Bob, innit?
All right, okay.
He doesn't
Why
like
is Bob
me.
on there?
Well, he must be Bob in it as Big Odds. If they've got control of his thing, he can't have beyond then, can he? If they've got his password and that.
They've got control of his actual profile, apparently.
Yeah, but if they're logged on, how would he still be logged on? Can you be logged on multiple times? You can't, can you? When you log on your YouTube, you're logged on as you that one time, aren't you, innit?
Yeah.
You can't be like, I'm logged on in the jungles of Angola. I'm logged on in the jungle of Lagos.
Unless you've got a phone and a laptop.
I doubt it, man. It's the same thing. A login's a login, isn't it? Maybe, yeah, laptop. Fuck it, man. It's hilarious. Where's Maku's page? I've never trolled him. What's his username? Maku what?
1 minute. Check your inbox.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about that, dude. So that person was running like out of breath.
Yeah. You know, and it didn't even make sense. Because you think, hang on, what do you mean? Are you Mystic Meg or something?
Mm.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Check that out. On inbox.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
Trying to be backup dancer with certain people,
Mm.
letting them know, look, I'm defending, no.
I think he's just got an obsession with that group of people, man. He's asking
Yeah.
me as well to help and all that, nah? It's mad, man. Fuck him. I'm gonna go have my lunch in 5 minutes, man. I don't know. I fucking slept for like 4 hours, man. I shouldn't have done that. It's probably because of the sun, innit?
Yeah, it is.
Just knocks me out, man.
Especially the Afghan heat.
Yeah, man. It's one of those fiesta days, man. Weather today, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. It's fucking like hot and cold. Go
Don't
on.
worry about it. It's AC, man.
AC's in the chat, innit?
A minute. Is Sid on the chat as well?
Some Omar guy, innit?
Yeah. Jaden, I'll be back in 1 minute. Just keep it on, yeah? And just put it on mute. We'll all jump on eventually. Jaden.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, make sure. Just keep it on. Don't worry, even if you're on your own. So we're going to jump on eventually. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Commander.
Ah, you okay?
Oh, I'm good. I take it you feel like an achy stomach right now?
Yeah, I feel fucking weird, man. Proper like.
Do you think you've had heat stroke or something? We got in heat?
No, not heat stroke. Just tired, innit? Probably
All right.
dehydrated. My mouth is dry and. What about yourself? How you been?
Alhamdulillah, bro. Well, I did a bit of work today. I went to the office and shit. Other than that, I'm good. I didn't really do much today.
That's cool.
Have you been busy today or what?
Just went gym, innit? Fucking feel tired and just cooking my food, innit? I got like 5 minutes till the chicken's ready.
All right, cool.
Then I'm gonna eat it. But I'm gonna stay on, alright? But I'll be muted.
Nice. No problem, bro. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be off now, yeah, but I'm gonna eat and come back.
Excellent, brother. I'll keep myself mute then, okay?
Yeah, I'll keep myself mute. Then we'll wait for TYO and that, yeah? Yeah?
All right, cool. Okay, brother.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Okay.
What's up, Jaden?
Salam alaikum, brother. Are you good?
I'm good, Sam. Yeah, I'm good, bro. You? I don't think we've
Well,
ever chatted before.
Pardon?
I don't think we've ever chatted before, have we?
No, sir, never.
Yeah.
Span again.
so-
Span again. Span again.
Span
Yeah,
again,
so-
span again.
That's the new one. Span
No,
again, span again, span again.
watch Kilowatt come flying on here now. Watch.
Is this live then? So this is
Yeah, this
Jaden's
is
Yeah,
live.
it's
channel,
live.
yeah?
Live. Right, guys, I'll be back in 5
Alright.
minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
All right,
No
cool.
worries. Cool.
So, sorry, Jaden, I
Evening,
don't even know what your
Jaden. How you
channel
doing?
is.
You alright?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Jaden, what's your channel?
It's called Jaden Latif. I'll send you the link in back chat.
Yeah, if you could, please, mate.
If I can
So
find
yeah,
it.
Jaden, this is the first time I'm speaking to you. So tell us about yourself for the people who don't know you like myself.
Okay, sure. As you know, my name's Jaden. 42 years old. I moved away to Florida when I was 5, 6 years old. Had my first heart surgery in Florida, and that was my reason for moving there. So I had my first heart surgery. Sorry.
So from Florida, you moved to Scotland, right?
No, the other way around.
Oh, from Scotland, you
From
moved
Scotland,
to Florida.
I moved to Florida. Just
Well, I was gonna
specifically
say.
for heart surgery. I didn't actually move there. At first, it was only just to go for heart surgery. I was there for about 2 years. So I had my first heart surgery in 1987 when I was about 7, 8 years old. And then I came back. And they tried to get me into school over here, but it wasn't happening. So then my uncle said, look, you know what? Bring him back through. I'll look after him. I want to give him I want to do some extra care, and I want to do a little bit like what you call it, like case study and stuff, yeah. Because back in the day, he was pioneering a a new technique of doing aortic valve repairs and BSD. I don't know how you call it. Basically, I was born with what's called a murmur, a hole in my heart, and he was pioneering a new technique, a new kind of way of doing these type of surgeries on a kid, yeah. So alhamdulillah, I made it, you know. So then when I came back here in about 1990, they tried to get me to primary school over here in Scotland, but and because I hadn't had any schooling back then, my age was 9, and because I had no schooling, the way it works in Scotland and over here, because I had no schooling, they were putting me down like 3 grades or 3 years. So a person my age at 9 years old would be basically, I think, going into what, primary 7? I don't know what you all say in England. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But
high school, I think.
yeah, no, I get like a primary level before high school.
Oh, right. Okay. So last year was primary
So
school.
yeah, last year, but that wasn't the case. So because I hadn't had any schooling, I only had homeschooling in Florida. They were putting me down 3 grades lower, and I was like, hell no. Can you imagine it? A 9-year-old having best friends at the age of fucking 4 years old? Primary school. I got so upset and I was crying. So my uncle said, look, bring him over. But my mom wasn't having it. Her son, she's only just got her son back and he's had major heart surgery. I don't want to, move all the way to Florida and whatnot. And then it took a lot. So anyway, my mom came over for about a couple of months with me and my elder sister and my younger sister at the time. She was still really young. And she said, look, I need to get back. And it's affected my sister's education. But then it took a lot to convince my mom to, let me stay. But anyway, I stayed. I stayed until 1999 or just 2000, because around about June 3rd of 99, I lost my fiance to cancer. She was a revert, okay? And unfortunately, she passed away from cancer. And then in 2000, 2001, I decided to move back to Scotland. And I've been here since. So it's been nearly, 20 odd years? 23 years?
So why Scotland? Is that where you're originally from?
I was born here. I was born in Glasgow, Scotland, bro.
Yeah, okay.
And then in 2008, I had my second surgery, and that was touch and go. It was just supposed to be a straight up, a repair job on my valve. But during the surgery, alhamdulillah, I ended up having a heart attack, and it was a resuscitation during surgery, and they did what's called a single heart bypass, and they managed to preserve my valve.
So what did they
So
put like a stem or anything like that in place?
yeah, well, what they've done is put two stands to the both side, either side, so left and right hand side of my valve, the aortic valve,
Mhm.
and I managed to preserve my valve. So I've still got more valve. Alhamdulillah.
That's good. At least you're in the men now. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah, well, I'm 42 years old, brother. I'm 42 years old.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You need to keep an eye on that health and make sure
For sure, bro. For sure, for
healthy.
sure.
But
Oh,
what's
very
the
much so.
sorry? What's the
Thank you,
channel?
thank you.
What's the channel name? Because I can't seem to find it.
Brother, I'm not. I'm not even a YouTuber or nothing. I'll post it back. I think
Yeah,
I just renamed it, but I don't know if I just renamed it Jaden. But I'll find it for you. Don't worry, brother.
yeah. If you could, yeah, because then that
Give me a second, then I'll post it in the back chat.
So, Sid, is it business or pleasure?
business. I'm afraid business
Yeah?
is always business. Yeah,
Always
I
business,
travel.
yeah.
Yeah, I travel a lot for work, so I'm
Okay.
either
You allowed to
somewhere
say
in.
what sort of industry you're in, or
Yeah,
is that sort
yeah. I'm in cybersecurity, so
okay?
you know, get companies that get hacked into, or you talk
Big
about
odds and
hackers.
tips.
Yeah, but not stuff like that. When people
No,
hear
okay.
that, they're like, "Oh, Bash, why didn't you do anything?" No, I'm all about more kind of intellectual properties, specific data, targeted attacks.
Okay.
And I would go into that business, and we would discuss and look at their network, and then I'll have team, a technical team that will come in, and then we'll pinpoint where the problems are, and then offer them a proposal,
Yeah.
whether it's network or whether it's cloud based. That's basically what I do, pretty
I
much.
bet it's pretty shocking when you walk into some to see how laxy daisy they really are.
Yeah. Security is. I had a meeting on Monday, and he had literally no security in place at all.
Really?
None. Yeah,
Wow.
literally none.
What was
And
it?
I was
Just
like,
available like that? He probably just had the McPhee stuff on his computer.
yeah, so yeah, he had things. He was talking about Norton antivirus on his laptops, and I was like, "You what?" And he was like, "Even with antivirus, that's a thing of the past now. Nobody uses them anymore
No.
because
Yeah.
for the people that are interested now, how hackers do it is they will send, you know, when you get the like phishing emails or you get a link to click on or something to attach, whether it's a PDF, Word, Excel. So what they do is as soon as you open it, it looks like a normal document, but in the background, the malware is executed and then it contacts command base. Command base would be me, basically, if I was to send that malware, right? Once I contacted me, I now know I've got access, I've got a link connected, and then I would tell the malware or the virus or whatever to do whatever it needs to do in order to gather intelligence, duplicate itself throughout the network. So it basically will gather me visibility and intelligence within the network, so I can then. So, for example, if a company was going for a merger, and I find that out, I can then either do two things. I can, number one, invest in obviously the cheapest stock of whichever the two company, because as soon as they merge, the stocks will jump up in price. Or I could then blackmail them and say, look, I'll go public with this, and either you give me 500 grand, or I'll go public with this, and everyone will know about it, and that will stop the merger, because obviously people make money from it, right? That's what you called insider trading. That's what it is basically.
And sort of consolidation at the minute with through sort of businesses and industries are quite big at the minute. So all good for you, isn't it? So
well, the company I work for in the last 9 months we've acquired 6 companies.
Okay.
So we're growing dramatically.
Across all different sectors, or just mainly sort of one?
No, all in security. We only specialize in security.
No, but I mean the companies that you're sort of taking, that you're sort of going into, that
All sectors.
wide range of sectors.
Yeah, all sectors.
So do you remember the one that I think it was 2017, the one where they hacked the NHS, but it affected loads of other companies as well?
The financial organizations, third parties, and stuff like that. So what happened was Bradford NHS. So I know the IT director there for the NHS PCT, and when he got hacked, it was just before Easter weekend, and I know that because he told me, "Look, I'm fucked. I need somebody to come down and sort this out. And I was like, I'm not. He rang me on Thursday, and I was like, I'm not coming down. Fuck that, no way. It's Easter weekend, and you want me to come down there for my days off? Because look, yeah, I'm gonna get sacked if I don't get this sorted out. So what I had to do is fly my technical engineers over for the weekend, and they were basically going there. Even that they didn't sort it out. Or we cleaned up as much as we could, and it's quite intelligent how they did it. Cleaned up as much as it could, and on top of that, the NHS paid 500 grand to release all the others. Sorry, not 500 grand. It was like 2.3 million, I think it was, to release all the other, because it was life and death. Because if they needed data for an operation that's like, you know, quite critical, then do you get me? So yeah, that's basically what happened. One sec, I'm just gonna click on this and see what the channel is. Right, one sec. Ah, yeah, I got it now.
What's happening, guys?
What's happening? Jaden, so you're not a YouTuber, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
I'll send the link now on the back chat.
Yeah,
Sid.
I've got it. Yeah,
Have
you're
you
just
found it?
starting up though now, right? Yeah, I've got it. You're just starting up now, though, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I don't class myself as a YouTube channel or anything. I only just make a stream just for the brothers. That's it.
No,
I don't
okay.
have it, so I try to keep it clean, you know.
Yeah, of course. No, I understand. There you go. No, HKO, I don't work for Skynet. You better watch out. But yeah, so so that's basically what I specialize in. You'd be surprised with some of the stuff. We also work with anti-terrorism as well, with the police force, with government, MOD, stuff like that. As you can imagine, because they're really sensitive. Metropolitan Police we deal with as well. Higher education, financial sectors. We deal with all kinds of verticals, to be fair. But yeah, that's my line of work. Trust me, it can get boring. It's fucking nerds, right? So like they talk about Star Wars and Star Trek, and they want to go on Comic-Con and all this crap they come out with. So it can get really boring at times, but it's all right, man. A job is a job at the end of the day. It pays my bills. That's the main thing.
A lot of them be geeks, don't they, Sid?
Yeah, majority of them are. Some of them are not. Some of them are right.
Some of them not, but a lot of them like.
But majority, yeah.
One
majority.
I know, he's got a very famous podcast.
Yeah.
For some online game.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I actually went onto his YouTube channel, and he used to tell me at work, you know, this is what I do, this is what I do. And boy, was I shocked when I went on there. He literally got his own podcast.
Yeah, they have their own little computer set up,
and it's some weird game.
Screens.
I don't know what, I've forgotten what it's called now. Dungeons and something or something like that. I've forgotten what it was. It was about a year and a half ago. What do you? My YouTube. I'm sure I've liked his thingy somewhere.
What do you do, Jaden? Are you working or?
Forgot to. Yo, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm working. I run a business, a professional training business, as well at the same time. But I'm not like full time in it yet. I still make a little bit of income from it.
Yeah.
Right now, because of my health, I'm kind of taking a back seat, and I've stopped marketing it. So I've got secondary job, bringing income, and hopefully, inshallah, once I'm back up to 100% health, then I will market my training business again.
Yeah.
Or I'm already speaking to people from UAE and other parts of the UK to try and take my business global and national. And my thing and what I got, my business model is 100% legit. And I know I can get, well, it's not my business, my cousin's business, but, you know, I'm partnering. But I know with my creativity, I know I can take this to great levels, you know.
But training on what though?
From, let's say, health and safety to food hygiene to management training to charity work training to food forklift training to heavy goods vehicle training, CPC training.
Project management, like Prince 2.
Is that classroom based, Jaden, or online?
No, they're all classroom based because they all have to be visualized. Yeah, or sorry, vigilated. So it has to be certified. Yeah, by a SQA level, SCBQ. You know, so it all has to be government vigilated. So the classroom training. Sorry.
So did you? Is most of that covered under the levy, or is all of that outside of the levy?
Well,
Outside of the
some it. Sorry, repeat that question.
Sorry, no. Sorry, I was just saying, like, is it inside the levy or outside the government levy?
Majority is inside. I mean, but the thing is, the charges over course. I mean, it all depends really. I can, I can actually tailor make the courses because I've got access to the vocational modules, and I can charge depending on the current market value of how, for example, like say my trainer, how much is going to charge me for him to take time out of doing 3-day course or 4-day course. I can negotiate that with him, and then I'll figure out how much I'm going to charge the client for the actual course content. But when you mean like government levy, I mean, is it within the remit of get like it done through like a government training scheme where they get the voucher scheme? Is that what you're talking?
Well, no, because we pay in, because everyone pays into it, don't they? Any sort of company that with a turnover of more than £3 million, that they automatically pay into a government scheme, and it's use it or lose it. So lots of companies don't actually use it. So we're paying into it, and
that's an English thing, though. You see,
yeah.
Whereas in Scotland, every individual, as long as he or she is not, he or she is not done a degree level or is not currently studying, can get access to £200 voucher. Yeah,
right.
In order to set a course, regardless, But as long as he or she is not done a degree level or or is currently in study or education or received of any kind of public funding or then he's eligible for this. If you're unemployed, you're also eligible for this funding as well. When it comes to carry on.
Yeah, sorry, go on, carry on. Sorry.
When it comes to a company, most companies do have that little bit of allocation of funding put aside in order to put their staff member or the employee through a certain specific type of course. Yeah. So in that sense, what he's saying, government levy, then yeah. But in Scotland, most employers take into consideration.
It's basically you're dealing with private companies, or let's just
Correct.
say health course. You set up, you design the content, and you actually cover the course for them, and and they send their people to you.
Correct. So basically, they've got two options. One, I will present them with a trainer, would go over to them, or they would. It'd be actually better for them to get training done in their own.
Jaden, what sort of certification do you have?
Let me show you my website. Go to the back chat. Now I'm being maybe a bit kind of naive doing this, but who did we add in the back chat so I know?
Do it.
Right. Sid's here to protect you. Don't matter.
All right, okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, let me add my website in the back chat.
Now, what I've done, Jaden, is basically take your classroom-based courses and digitize them. I work as an instructional designer.
But the thing is, brother, right? I've already got an online-based course system. Okay, and the good thing is, because of the company I have, I've got direct access to. I'll show you what I mean, right? Let me know which back chat am I doing it on. This one, okay. Keep in mind, when I designed this website, I designed it like 8 years ago. So don't be hating.
Is that your excuse?
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't take it for face value.
Yo, was I in the right chat? Put that in?
Yeah. Hospitality training, right? Okay.
No. Keep looking, brother. Keep looking. I do a vast different types of training courses.
E-learning.
See the online
So you
training
do.
courses.
So you do e-learning as well then.
Yes, sir. However, the e-learning are only the e-learning courses are not vigilated. Yeah, no e-learning course is vigilated. They're just basically like a what you call it, like a mock course. Yeah, understanding like a
Who
refresher type
who's
course.
who's been creating your courses? Who's been
Me.
digitizing?
So digitizing. So basically, I've got a company called Highfield, which is a government organization that builds those courses. Yeah. So I've
Right.
got the direct access. So instead of me going through their website, I've got the hyperlink going through my website.
So you basically you purchase the course and then you sell it on.
Mm, Basically, so for example, let's say, see, online courses can only do. I've got the access to them, and I've had we've got an understanding. So instead of my my trainees or my what you call learners, yeah, instead of them going onto their website to log in and register to do those online training courses, they can do the back end through mine without having to go through theirs. Yeah, so that way it looks good for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
not like kind of advertising them. So I've got the
So
back end.
you basically you're middlemaning it.
Yeah,
So,
just on that specific online course. That
so it's just
specific
that one.
one.
Do you have a variety of online e-learning courses that you
No.
can really?
See, the problem is, brother, you got to understand, all right? E-learning course is not certified. No e-learning course is certified because to get a certificate, it needs to be vigilated. You need to sit an exam. For example, health and safety, yeah?
Yeah.
E-learning courses are only good for refreshing, yeah?
Is
Like a
that
refresher course.
in your field? You mean in your
And
field?
any any
No, it
proper
can't be because
professional
I've worked for a Red Brick University that sells these courses, and they're
right, you cannot
certified by the
get a
university.
brother, you cannot get a health and safety certified training
No,
course.
not health and safety. I'm talking
For
about you
which
saying.
one then?
I'm talking about. I'll give you an example. The
Which
prevent
one?
strategy. The prevent strategy.
That's different. That's
Yeah.
different.
And
No,
then you
I'm
got
talking.
finance
No,
courses,
yeah,
business
those ones. Yeah,
courses.
you can do e-learning. Yeah, those ones
No,
are
that's
all
what I'm
e-learning.
talking about. Them. It's when you said any e-learning course
Oh
can't
no,
be.
no, no.
Yeah.
I was specifically talking
Because
about like
what you have now is basically all higher education organizations now are basically moving and they're digitizing all their classroom-based courses. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And what that does is, rather than having foreign students coming over here and staying here and signing, basically enrolling into the university, they can basically sit anywhere around the world and get certified, degrees and passes and stuff like that by doing these courses online. And you're talking courses that are like 5,000, 6,000 pounds.
exactly.
Literally,
Okay, so let me
that's
give
the
you a
set
prime
market. Yeah.
example. So let me give you a prime example where I get my business from. Back in the day, I would contact, let's say, the passport office, and I would contact them directly, so they would put through all their employees through my training program. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would go through big companies and get my business that way. Individuals is a hit and miss, yeah, because
Yeah.
not every individual can afford 300, 400 pounds to do a training course. Do you know what I mean? So most of the money has been coming from
Yeah.
like clients. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where they must
I can
have
give you an
to put the
example.
employees through.
I'll give you an example. There's basically a Islamic institution in Manchester. Now the beauty of them creating e-learning programs and packages is that Islam doesn't change and doesn't evolve. So basically, I don't want to give too much away. Let's just say they've done an alim course.
Can we talk about this like in private? Because that way,
No, it's all right. It's nothing. I'm not going to give too much away. I just don't want to give companies' names. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind speaking about it. It's nothing because this is a private job that I did. It's nothing to do with when I've worked at universities and
Cool,
stuff like that.
cool.
So basically, what they've done is like with any degree, let's just say business law is constantly changing and evolving. So when you create content and you create an online learning, you make an online learning course and you put it onto a VLE and you put it onto a portal. A year down the line, laws can change and you might need to basically scrap that and redo a new one. Now, the beauty of Islam is that Islam doesn't change. it doesn't evolve. It's it's what you're learning the same thing. You're learning that if you're learning the Quran Park, you're learning how to become an alim, or you're doing certain courses, basics of Islam, say, that's always going to stay. So they just put theirs onto a platform and leave it on there, and they pay their their annual fee, whatever it is, and then they charge people. You'd be surprised this institutions had people taking small short courses, let's just say etiquettes of wudu, etiquettes of salah, how to read salah, these sort of things, little courses they've made. And people from Australia, New Zealand, places where the Muslim community is very in a minority, places like that, you've got a lot of people who are basically jumping on and buying these courses from the institution. And I've pushed it to a lot of Islamic institutions, but they're not quite ready yet, if you know what I mean, to go digital, shall I say?
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever want any of your courses digitizing, let me know.
Definitely, there is another business I got, but I'll introduce you to that soon. Yeah, definitely. I'm very interested, very interested, bro. But like I said, I need to get my health back into proper check first before I do anything.
Yeah.
Get me?
No, I'm a bit like you. I've got a bit of IT, and I've got a small business as well. So I just
Cool.
switch between the two.
Just like brother, what's his name? He works for Skynet. Joke. Sid Bash.
Yeah.
Just looking at others.
How many viewers now? How many viewers are watching now, Jaden?
Hold on. I've got approximately 2. Hey,
Week by week.
not, one of them's me, and one of them's me. Now 3. One of them's me.
Okay, that's good. It's good. He'll get there. Let's see her. Have you sent it to her? She said she's going to jump on, or?
I sent her a message years ago, and then her reply is, "Look, I probably might later."
Yeah, listen. Tell her we're going to start boycotting her channel. Otherwise,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Tell her. She needs to get her ass in gear. Get on the show.
All right.
Or let's start some beef with her instead. You know?
Yeah.
Let's start some beef with her, and then she'll come on. You know?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So where are you driving to?
At the minute, I'm just coming through a place called Keston.
Okay,
Which
Preston.
is,
Okay.
No, Keston.
Oh, Keston. Okay.
Keston Park. It's a very, very, very nice area. You probably wouldn't know exists within this area. But yeah, it's can't see someone quick. Yeah, other than that,
How's the weather in England and London?
it's brightened up a lot. Skies are blue, sun is out. You know, nice and dry. It's a lot better than what it was this morning when it was raining or drizzling. So just need I ask in Scotland?
Yeah, the weather has been shit today. It was been raining.
Yeah.
It was raining earlier on and off, and then it was just kind of dry, slight overcast.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been okay. And everyone's gone quiet. So who's been getting hacked and why? And when did this start?
What's that?
So who's been getting hacked? Was it Big Arts?
Yeah, he got hacked. Don't know why. I woke up and I see it. So. But did you see it, or did you see anything happen?
No, I didn't know. Someone just says, "Oh yeah, Big Art just got hacked," and I was like, "What?" Okay. I just stayed on because I see you jump on, and then I see Mr. Mars jump on, and I just jumped on for sake of it.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. I thought, oh, I've got my own show for an hour.
Yeah.
to Friday tomorrow, start of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it all starts again.
No one really watches my channels, to be honest, because no one can really find it.
Yeah. Listen, all you got to do is literally just start putting it all in the back chats and whatever. That's how people do it.
Yeah, but then I'm being very careful where I put it.
No, to be honest, I mean, then if they hack you, they hack you. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna make. It's not a be all and end all of you being on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it brings attention. Then sometimes it can be quite funny.
True that.
Yeah. So you got any holidays
Jaden,
planned?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah. So, if you get hacked, you get hacked at Hangouts, not your laptop.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So they won't get access to any sensitive data or anything like that.
Yeah. So that all ends the beginning of the week after, doesn't it? Week Tuesday or something like that. Hang on.
Yeah, it's going to end on 1st of August.
Yeah, but I don't think they're just going to sort of blanket it right the way across. I think they'll slowly bring it in, wouldn't they, or not?
No, they'll just stop it at the end of the month.
Because I know people that are supported by Google Suite, they can still use it.
No, because Hangouts is a freebie from Google.
Yeah.
But because it takes so long to support and there's no revenue stream behind it, that's why they're just cancelling it.
What, even for Google Suite users?
I don't know about the Google Suite users.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too much headache for them to deal with.
Yeah, I bet with all control measures and everything. So, yeah. So, new options. Have you looked into that yet, Jordan, or not?
Jaden, no.
Sorry, Jaden. Sorry.
It's all good. No, not yet. I never thought about it.
We'll see.
Have you always been in cybersecurity, cybercrime stuff?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in it for the past 12 years now, I think. 10 years almost.
Oh, okay, cool.
You don't look old enough, Sid.
Say again?
You said you don't look old enough.
Am I cold enough?
I said you don't look old enough.
Oh yeah. I'm old, man. I may look young, but trust me, I feel old as hell.
Yeah. What the gym getting to you, is it?
Yeah, age is catching up with me now.
Yeah.
Was it networking, IT security, networking, and that stuff you studied at college and school?
Hang on, mate. One sec, I can't hear you properly. Let me put my thing on. That's better. I can hear you now. Say that again.
All right, cool. Was it IT security or IT networking you studied at school and college?
Yeah, I studied with Microsoft. So I'm certified by Microsoft at the time. That qualification means in my day and age now and in my role, that particular certification means jack shit now. Just thought I'd let everyone know. It's more so on experience and just personal development and training, internal training. That was more so than the actual qualification I did.
Is that the same you can say about Cisco then?
Yeah, the CCNA stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah, Cisco was like 10 years ago, was it?
Yeah, Cisco's a thing of the past now. I mean, they're still around and they're still doing really well. But from a security perspective, no, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not there anymore.
Because I remember people used to fly down to Manchester who had family members. Actually, 1-2 people go from here down to England, I think it was, to do a Cisco training course.
Yeah. CCNA and CCNP, I think it was.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's all a thing of the past now. All those courses, MCSE is the other one, which is with Microsoft. That's the one I did. Yeah, they're all crap. They're not worth it anymore because the technology changes. Nobody uses those technology anymore. Everything's moved forward. Everything's going cloud-based now. Technology is constantly changing. So by the time you get qualified for that particular one, something else is 2 years later. Something else is coming out that's new.
Cool. One of my mom's cousins, first cousin, he was born and bred in Pakistan, Karachi.
Yeah.
And he studied IT stuff in San Fernando Valley, I think it was.
Yep.
And he then headed up a company called VO Systems or something. Let me Google it. Then I'll put in the back chat for you.
Yeah.
Because he's now bought into a stupid Italian fashion house in the US. Well, let me find it. Hold on. VO.
But in my line of work, believe it or not, the Indians and the Pakistanis, the ones that come from abroad,
yeah,
my God, these guys make me look like a dunce. They're clever as anything, proper intelligent, extremely intelligent.
Really? No, so it's got away from, if you need to ask a question, ask an eight-year-old Chinese boy. So
that's why you get a lot of IT support networks all based in India.
Yeah,
or
India,
Mumbai, or any other parts of the country. That's why English people or British people are tripping, because why is the IT support in Southeast Asia, whatever? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, these guys are proper intelligent. They make me look thick as shit.
So Sid, where does it move from obviously from obviously everything like you said is going cloud based and that? Where's forward from there?
Cloud, everything's going cloud. So you get most organizations that have data centers and stuff like that. So you have a normal company that have their normal networks, and they have two data centers or one data center to hold all the data, right? Now, the data footprint is quite large and quite expensive. It's based on power consumption and space, right? The amount of data it can hold.
Yep.
Then you need to get, some of the guys to service it, like third-party companies to offer a managed solution or offer services. So that's expensive as well. So what they're going to do, they've got two options. So this compliance comes into play here as well. So if for whatever reason compliance comes into play and they're not allowed to go cloud, because obviously the security and everything else like that needs to be checked up on, and they need to check to see if they're compliant. The cloud vendor, or should I say third party, is not going to offer that security. It's a dual responsibility rather than the cloud vendor responsibility.
Right.
So what will happen is they will now so there's two options. Cloud is a lot cheaper than buying hardware and putting it in the data center. Or what they'll do is, number one, is a lot cheaper because it's virtual systems, and they can manage and help out on the virtual side, and the cloud vendor will be able to set everything up and offer a service around it, etc., which works out cheaper. Or you've now got a way where they'll offer a data center, everything. When I say data centers, you're talking about servers, you're talking about the works, right?
Yeah.
Rather than going into there's a company called Rackspace. They are virtual servers or cloud data center. Rather than going there and saying, look, I want to buy a rack and I want to put all these firewall servers, everything on there, they offer a whole complete data center ready to be picked up and dropped off where you want, as in one complete unit. If that makes sense.
So I put his name in the back chat for you, and I put a little link to what he does or what he came from.
So it's just going to start evolving on this cloud thing then.
Look, iCloud's a perfect example. That's cloud, right? So everything you're going to do on your mobile phone gets uploaded onto cloud. Nothing gets stored on the mobile phone anymore. So whenever you want to access your data on your phone, it will be connected to the internet, and then the internet will then be connected to your private cloud. And then that's where all your photos, your videos, your games, everything's going to be stored. A new technology is coming out now as we speak, which I find really amazing. And I don't personally think we're there yet, but apparently they're working on it. Is how we got Netflix, we can stream videos?
Yeah.
You're going to have now a solution where you can stream games.
Okay.
So nothing's going to be installed on like a PS4, for example. Nothing's going to be stored locally.
Yeah.
What you do is like it'll be in collaboration with YouTube. You look at a game and you look at the video of the game. And you think that's a good game. I want to play it. You click on a button. You get transferred, and you can basically play right there and then on the TV.
So this is kind of forcing retailers into sort of doing that as well, isn't it? So
Yep.
It's kind of like shops that are working towards a thing of the past.
Yeah, because internet's we're getting fast with internet now, so we don't need to think about. We're not restricted by the speed of the bandwidth that we got via internet service providers, right?
Wow.
So that's basically the next step. And then
the kind of working towards that cartoon that will come out, didn't it? Where everything was just a virtual world and no one went anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is getting to that. The other one is holograms. We're working on holographic projection. Takes a lot of bandwidth. It takes a lot of resources and power. But that was a thing of the past. We're at a stage where we can actually we can sustain that power and that bandwidth. So what happens now is rather than making a phone call and then like I've got my AirPod in my ear, you'll see a hologram of that particular person. So rather than FaceTiming, you'll see a 3D or 4D hologram of that particular person, and you'll talk that way. That's not just on the mobile phone. We're talking about projections as well. So when you go to say for example, if you're like if for whatever reason I didn't come up north to meet this client, I could have projected my sorry, I had a call come in. So I can project myself and it will look like I'm there, but it's not. It's a holographic image of myself, if that makes sense. So that was 2 years ago, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that technology was out 2 years ago. They're not obviously we're still refining it and everything, but that technology was announced 2 years ago, and I don't know what's happened since then. I've not really caught up with it. But let's put it this way: the army, technology-wise, the army is 50 years ahead of us.
Really?
Yeah, on technology, 100%. Everything we're seeing now that comes out,
they've been
using for a long time ago, long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. So it probably, but the risk against all this cloud thing probably increases more than having a hard drive, does it or not? Is it? I don't know. Is it?
No,
easier,
because
harder, or
it's
different kind of beast?
you think about it, it's easier because number one, maintenance is there.
Guys, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry to interrupt. I'll be right back.
No, maintenance is there on call, right, 24/7 with a 2-hour on-site repair. So even if, and they have backup units as well, right? So think about it. If you had a laptop with a hard drive with all your data on it, your hard drive fucks up, that's it, you're fucked basically, right?
Yeah.
With cloud, they've got backups, which obviously you don't. They've got ways of replacing that and getting up to working again within 2 hours.
Yeah, I suppose for you, you're in the know, so it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah,
I look at it as if I just look after my laptop, I'm fine.
Exactly. But it's just wear and tear. Like, a hard drive will degrade after a period of time. The laptops don't last long anyway. They'll last about 3 years, max 4 years. 100%. And then and they're programmed. All phones, laptops, iPads, they're all programmed to deteriorate after 3 years, 4 years.
So have you done much sort of like you said, the army's sort of like 50 years in front? Have you sort of done much sort of work with them or involved with that? Or
I've got an NDA in place. So I can't non-disclosure agreement. I can't talk about it basically.
No, of course, 100%.
I've worked with them. Yeah. So as in from a technology and security perspective,
before that comes out, explosive batch works for the army.
No, they all know because all my family, all the men in my family, they're all either in the army or the police force. I'm the only one that decided not to go down that route.
Okay.
So everyone knows about that anyway. But my granddad, he was in the British Army. My dad was in the British Army, medically retired. But I'm the only one that chose not to go down that route. So when my granddad found out I wasn't going when he was alive, he was pissed. He's one of those ones where he's like, no, you should be, it makes you a man. And, he's old school, so you should be supporting your country and blah, blah, blah. All this. I said, fuck that, man. No way going down that route. That'd be nuts. He didn't chat to me for about a year, man.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't chat to me for about 2 years away. Because everyone in the family's been there, done that. Everyone's been in the army or the police force. He goes, well, go in the police force then, or go in, Royal Marines or something, or do something. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that horrible shit. That's why, like, if you see my picture, all the men are very similar to my body type. They're all like really macho, big men, strong. The men in my family, they all go to the gym and they regularly train. Obviously, I'm a lot bigger than most of them, but they were really into their fitness and strength. It's a big thing for them, massive thing for them.
Yeah, that's good. Well done. You know what I mean? It's nice to sort of, they've done well for themselves, haven't they? It's good. It's nice.
Yeah. So, for example, like my cousin, when the Westminster in London happened, the whole thing. So it was my cousin's a CAD operator, which basically means
the first response call, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah. So when you ring Scotland Yard will then reroute it to him, and he's the one that organises the chopper, the dogs, the ambulances, the fire brigade. So he won an award because he handled that whole situation. So he won an award for it. Yeah, logistical. So he was the one that was arranging all the back end stuff, like the ambulances and all that, the choppers and armed police and all that anti-terrorism.
Fair play. Done well.
So he won an award for that and everything. So all of them are in the police force, to be fair, most of them now.
That's the thing, they're kind of like the unseen heroes, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody will know about them.
No.
But because obviously I know majority of the guys that are in that force, as in the police force, because of my cousin. So everything they go through, like if, for example, say if there's a car, I've got a WhatsApp group, say if there's a car accident in that borough, because they look after boroughs, so Hyde Park falls up on that borough as well. I could just message them saying, look, what's happening here, and they'll check on their systems and say it's been a car accident or there's been a suicide or whatever.
Wow. No, it's good.
But I do get a lot of hate for it as well.
Oh, no, it's jealousy, isn't it? More than hate, isn't it?
Yeah,
people can't stand to see someone succeeding and not jumping around like a clown.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but it's just one of those things where that's basically what it is. And I get on with it. So Speaker's Corner, I'll try to go down whenever I can just to listen to the debates. If I'm free, I haven't been in a while, to be fair. I went last week, I think it was, and apart from that, that's about it. What about yourself? Are you in the London area or?
Yeah, I'm London. I'm not far from Ards. I mean, I've kind of done the circle. I started off in sort of southeast London, went up to Bexley area, Kent, over to Essex, and then back round to East London. I do sort of contract work, mainly through sort of health, environment, and safety. So that's why I started talking to Jordan, because he does all the courses and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I just kind of with new startups go in. Sort of do the groundwork, because when sort of health and safety managers come in, they they're all right at managing, but they're not very good at setting up. So it's kind of give them the foundation to kind of work with and get them up and running, and sort of work with them until they're sort of on their way, really. But it's all right. I mean, it allows me to sort of, where it's contract, to sort of do 3-4 months work and have a couple of months off. Because obviously, where it's a contract rate, it's a lot higher than a circa rate of a wage, So it's good. It's good. So that's why I sort of pop on every couple of months and then disappear for a few months. When I'm at work, it doesn't really interest me. So
because you get tied down, then you get busy, and then you
100%. I mean, I don't, I ain't got time to be messing around on here, flipping when you're busy. I mean, obviously, it's not a 9 to 5. Although you're there with startups because there's so much to do. So but that's mainly sort of, I mean, there's a good few sites that are sort of opening. So I mean, sort of forecasted there's, within the next 5 years, I'm not going to be short of contracts. So, which is all good. So but I never ventured down to Speaker's Corner or nothing. I mean,
no, I'm back.
Hi, Jaden. I just don't get the place really. It looks a bit crazy.
It's quite toxic, believe me.
Yeah, it looks it. From when I first started watching it, probably about a year and a half ago. The dynamics and the atmosphere has changed a whole lot, and that's without being there.
You know what it is? It's the fucking loonies have turned up. That's why. It's because of all the mental and the psychological people. Sorry, people with psychological issues, and they're all locked up. You could just tell by the way they are. You could tell by the way they talk. They've had some sort of psychological issues, whether it's an issue in the past or. So yeah. So it's basically that's literally what's happened. I'm in a lift at the moment, so I might cut out, but yeah, literally that's what's happened. All the cycles have turned up. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the and if you look at like I studied a bit of psychology as well, so
Okay.
if you really divulge. To them in the past for them to be like that, you know.
Yeah, well, it'll get better. I mean, they'll get bored soon enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? I mean, hopefully the filming does stop. I think that'll play a big part in it, especially for the online stuff.
Yeah,
I think that fuels it a bit more. I mean, it's all right for people to make videos, I think.
Yeah.
And upload their debates, etc. But I think the live streaming kind of it's kind of turned into the new sort of Sunday afternoon television for some, isn't it? For the EastEnders, you know. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, and the online stuff fuels it, and they you know, I mean, somebody's bored and got nothing better to do, and they just want to beef for no reason.
Yeah,
that's literally what it comes down to. That's what they're basically looking at. So what they do is throughout the week, they'll go on hangouts and you know, start stirring shit up. Well, yeah, because everyone knows everyone goes there at one location.
Yeah, because they were trying to irritate you this week, couldn't they?
Oh man, trust me. It was like, when was it? It was I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
The light, wasn't it?
Yeah, that guy has been at it for like 9 months. Right, I've been ignoring his name. He's always done it. I don't know why he does it. I've never said anything bad to him. I've got on with him. I know he plays volleyball, and you know, and I was like, oh, that looks so good, and you know, I try to get on with him really well, but every time. And yesterday I was, you know, when you go to the gym and you're like aching, you're tired, your testosterone levels are really high, and so yesterday was just a bad day for me in general. Anyway, I flipped at him, and I told Art straight, I was fucking demod him. Otherwise, I'm fucking gone and I'm not coming back here again. I did. I apologized afterwards, but I kind of went mental.
No, you're kind of level with everything, like. Yeah.
No, you know, I like to think I'm quite mellow, but you know, but when I lose it, that's it.
Yeah, everyone has their point.
That, yeah, exactly. You know, when somebody keeps poking you, and you're like, look, stop. Stop. It's annoying now.
It's not as if you didn't give him a chance as well, you know? So,
So I just said to him, well, look, I'm done. And I declared it in front of everyone. I'm going to declare it now. I don't like the light anymore. I'm done with him. I'm free from that guy. Yeah. But I did apologise afterwards, because I did call him a dickhead and stuff like that. So I did say, look, I don't know if he was on the chat or not, but I said to him, look, I apologise for saying that. But, you know, quite frankly, you know, you're pushing the button. And then he started pissing the odds off as well. He was saying to odds that, odds is acting brave or something like that. Anyway, and odds got pissed off with him as well. So odds was like, look, get out of here, you're demodded. And then he wrote a message saying, I'm never going to come back to this channel and I'm going to unsubscribe. Well, look what happened. The fucking channel got a strike, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I think there's
it's kids
behind it.
I'm too old for this shit, man. Like, it's kids, like seriously, you need to, like, are you that, like, do you need a hug or something? Or did your dad beat you up? Or, like, did your uncle touch you up when you was younger or something? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what? It's only going to carry on like this, the kids, because because when we were younger, we were out playing. This time, we'd probably be going in, sort of having a bath, going to bed, and whatever else, or whatever. Sort of, you know, or at that time, at that age, we was getting ready for school. But now they're just stuck on their phones from the minute they get up to when they go to sleep.
Because I grew up in where I used to be out and about playing football every day for a good 3-4 hours, and when I used to come back, I used to be knackered, shower up, go to bed, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And these guys, they're not doing that. They're obviously on their phones or PlayStation or hangouts and
All of them at once. They probably got it all set up.
Oh,
at once.
Sid, what are you crying about now, Sid? What's going on, man?
no, we was just
Go on.
talking about. He was just talking. I'm not crying, Sofaz.
Go on.
We was just talking
No,
about.
you said about somebody wanting to hug or something. I was like, what's going on?
Oh, that was the light.
Oh my god.
No, he was the brother basically said, "Look, oh, you got triggered yesterday as well," and I was like, "Yeah, I did." So you know,
I don't know, man. Everybody's getting triggered recently, aren't they?
Yeah, I haven't seen you triggered yet, Faz.
Hey?
I haven't seen you.
yeah, I've
triggered
never
yet.
seen you triggered. Yeah,
Actually, I
what's
did.
the
I've
point?
seen him.
Not seen
I
so fast
think
triggered.
he was triggered once last week. Or
I
the
think we
week
need to
before.
start.
Who, me?
Yeah.
AC, listen, even you tried triggering me, remember? Or you
Yeah, I
chicken
know.
bird, did you?
I know.
You're breaking up.
Yeah. Come on, let's go back to that, innit? Yeah, I'm still waiting for that,
Is
AC,
this
you know.
is this
Yeah.
AC as in AC? T as AC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're on another level.
Oh, like, yeah,
No,
exactly. I know.
realize who you are.
Can you believe? Can you actually believe it, Sid? We're actually talking to him, yeah. You know, after all this,
We're
yeah.
talking to AC of all people as well. Fuck
Well,
yeah.
Of all people, I know.
And you sound like such a down to earth bloke as well. And then I looked on the hangers. AC, hang on a minute, it's not AC. That AC is it? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
AC 40,
Jesus.
yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, AC is AC. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. But I don't, when C made a video of me, I don't think you were around then. I don't think.
Maybe not.
No, he was.
I don't think.
He was.
No.
He was.
When was it? What?
Yeah, he was, because that was the time. What was it? Oh, that Uncle Jamal thing was there, wasn't it? You were
Oh
there,
no,
AC, at that time.
do you know what? She blocked me at that time. She blocked me.
There you go.
Because she blocked me at that time because I actually said, listen, rather than going against him, why don't you fucking, support and sort of, if you think someone's done something wrong like that, then advise him.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
don't
but the funny thing is, AC, you know the funny thing is about that whole thing, right? It was nothing to do with Sid, nothing to do with me. The guy that we're raising money for, he was a fraud.
Yeah.
That was the funny thing about it.
So I heard, anyway.
The guy that we raised money for, or Sid did, everybody. And then we were like, okay. But the funny thing was, she was coming in all guns blazing, for him. And we were like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You never know what's going on.
So as things been, Faz, all right?
Yeah, and then we had you on Raspberry's panel doing all the thingy, and then we never heard from you. Now all of a sudden you've come back out.
Yeah, no. As I said, I mean, I'm on and off. It's in between. So, but no, it's all good. The Raspberry thing was quite funny. I thought that was quite funny that day.
I know it was.
Expecting that because I went on there to talk about something else, and then I dropped your name, Ards, Subido, and then all of a sudden, one by one, 4 hours later, you're still all there.
Yeah, but the funny thing was though, I mean, I've got to say, yeah, you still haven't produced that recording or something.
No, I know
because
come on, Faz, you know there isn't one, and I know there isn't one. Huh?
Hey,
you know there isn't one, don't you?
No, I know the reason, but the funny, I didn't hear the next. But the funny thing is, yeah,
go on.
I know there isn't one. I know there isn't. And the funny thing is, yeah, the one that I've got, right, I've not shown it to anybody, and the reason I did it, and I'm still going to say it, the guy is a pathological liar. End of story.
Who's that? Thingy, the one.
You know who?
About. Yeah. The one where we had the conversation about, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't care what anyone says to me. If you can say to me, you can prove to me that he's not a liar, I'll put my hands up. But he is.
Oh, he probably is. Look, lots of people are, mate. Come on, fucking hell. I mean, you can tell when people.
No, hey, see, listen. You only pissed me off, my G. I'll tell you why.
Go on.
I was sat on the other camp for 6 weeks, yeah, defending the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I find out that look at that Muslim sticking up for the kuffar. You know all that shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I'm meant to be here for you. Yeah. And then I got all the other juicy information that they gave me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hang on, I'm being taken for a ride here.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I mean, that was quite. But the thing is that that's when it was like. I mean, look, you look at it now, and it's a bit silly how they sort of go about these things. But that back then, that was quite funny. I thought, you know what I mean? Like it was a bit of friendly fire. You know what I mean? It was a bit,
no, it was. But the thing is, I'll be honest with you, mate. if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'm not one of them people.
I know you.
you know.
I know you will. I wouldn't discredit your name, and I've been waiting to say sorry to you for ages because
I know.
mean, you know, no. Yeah, look, as I said, I'm not thinking to it. It was a bit. It was funny. It was whatever. And
No,
you know
no,
some
Ace. You
people
know what?
behind it, they were.
Yeah, they were.
They were taking it a bit too serious. That's
And
why I disappeared
I know.
as well.
And my point was, yeah, look, what you got to understand, yeah, life isn't that serious, man. Get over
Exactly.
it. Don't take the piss yet. If somebody's done something wrong, just admit it. Get on with it.
Yeah.
But don't cover it up because you're making it worse for everyone else.
Exactly. And between the other two, I literally, that's why I just locked off and thought, you not get on with it because this is getting like to the point of like stupidness now, people's addresses and all of that. That's when I thought, it's a bit silly now.
It was getting to a point where, you know, like when like all these pictures, I mean, at the end of the day, if people stop. Like, I don't agree with people giving out names and addresses and photos. You know, kids and stuff, man. It's taking the piss.
Yeah. No, 100%. But yeah, no, it was a bit.
I mean, there's trolling, yeah. There's trolling. Look,
yeah.
I've been trolling Shahid, yeah, for the last couple of days, yeah. But I will never give out his address. I wouldn't do it. Yeah. And the funny thing is, the picture I've got is already available, so it's not I've gone out of my way.
Yeah.
It's the same picture that was already available that Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So I've not really.
When you've done your profile picture, you mean?
No, that's the cat. Yeah, the cat one.
Yeah. Did you do that all by yourself?
Oh, it's easy, mate. Yeah, 5-minute job. Come on, Sid. Tell him about all the ones I've done, man. Sid, where are you? Yo, Sid. Sid's gone to sleep.
No, he's probably thinking, fuck, how did I not notice it? It was AC79. I've been talking to you for the last hour.
I know. He's thinking AC79. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But yeah, no.
So no, it's all good.
Been happening?
Just, everything, a lot of the things.
Everything been all right with you? You've been everything good?
Yeah. Everything's good with me. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've kind of main thing was I've tried to get all these idiots together.
Yeah.
The Muslims, you know, Sunnis, and you know, and then literally stop fighting amongst yourselves, and you know, have stick together.
Yeah.
But you know, we seem to have all these problems, yeah. But the good thing is with these Rafida stuff, yeah, it's all coming out now. So
yeah. It's kind of crazy, though.
Yeah, man, it's disgusting.
That is kind of crazy, isn't it?
I've actually got all the, yeah.
You know, it's like they push.
Funnily enough, yeah, last week.
Hello. Baz?
Yeah,
go on. Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
No, yeah, I couldn't hear you. No, that's what I said. Yeah. I couldn't hear you.
No, I was going to say, yeah, last week, like, is that better now?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Yeah, well, they wanted to push this agenda out, weren't they, last week, and they were trying to, infiltrate a little fight at the park kind of thing. Last week with Issa and what's his name, Abdul Hamid. It was funny, yeah, when we actually clocked it and it got kind of thingied.
Yeah.
So, but it was weird how they tried to, infiltrate that and start that, and all of a sudden now, these guys are just, I don't know. If you've noticed, yeah, they're moving on from panel to panel now, haven't they? First they were on Raspecs, then they were on RGs, then they went to Jedi's, now they've gone to Real Muggies, yeah? So, but I went to Reels today and I said, look, Real, at the end of the day, whenever they're ready, let me know. But I don't want to debate that little Trigfer because he's a Sunni and a Shia.
Yeah,
that's what it says. So there's no point in debating him.
It was Sunni before, wasn't it? And then he went
over
to them when he met Reza and that, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how could I debate him?
Yeah, no, of course, 100%.
He'll be biased.
I just think it's quite
simple as.
I think it's just quite like, I mean, when you look at it,
well, he won't come. Nobody else. No one else will come.
No. But it's like, but if you take it to sort of like, you watch how the sort of media pushes things, it's all about Sunni Islam, as opposed to sort of like the Shia Islam, isn't it? Like, and the crazy things, and unless you look for it, you're not going to find it on them.
Well, the thing is, regardless of which thing it is, yeah. Bottom line is, like, did anybody even know that even existed? I didn't know. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And but I mean, if you actually look at a lot of the people that are on these Just 1 second, mate. Yeah, go and put it over there on charge. Yeah. Okay. We put it on. Put it on charge. I'm going to turn it off a bit. Yeah. So, this was the sort of thing. I know what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be good. But look, I mean, they're not going to come on. I think you're right. They're not going to come on Saturday either way, are they?
No, they're not going to come.
Nah.
I want them to. But if that was me, I'd be like, yeah, I want a panel in front of everybody. What's going on?
Yeah, no, of course. But they'll just leave it, and then hopefully it'll disappear. But I know you won't let it go.
No, what's the point? No, but we need to get to the bottom of it because
no, of course, 100%.
The funny thing, well, if you look at it, all these Tommy Robinson and spookheads, they all blame us for it.
Yeah, 100%.
But now I know where they get it all from, don't they? So.
Oh yeah, exactly. But they don't know. But they don't understand what they're looking at. You're talking about fit cunt parents having fit cunt kids, and that's the produce of it. It's the end result. Them idiots that are outside Belmarsh prison. I mean, for them that was a day out. It was quite embarrassing.
That was just a piss up, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Whatever. And it's like
it was just a piss up. It was just let's go out and get pissed.
Yeah, but the thing is that they probably
Saturday piss up.
They probably all stopped at the Muslim off, the shops along Plumstead High Street with all the people that they hate buying their beer. So.
Yeah, they spent the money. Yeah. They spent the money in the Muslim shop, and then they went out.
Exactly, and then go and get pissed and blame you all.
Yeah. They went arse, mate. A lot of them just walked away, didn't they? The Jupiters and all them, they just left after a bit.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. Give me 2 secs. I'll be back in 2 secs. All right, 2 secs.
Catch up with you in a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to talk to my son, see if he wants to go to sleep. Right, I'll be back in a bit.
So, brother Sid, where you from, bro? In England?